Alright, so WWE Survivor Series 2020, best of the best, just got done with. Fucking taglines. And, so let's talk about it. First of all, I'm getting sick of this stupid ass SmackDown vs. Raw bullshit every year. They weren't going to do it last year, and then something happened and they had to change it. And this year, it made absolutely no sense because they just did the goddamn draft. And, the only team member of Team Raw Men's that was actually from Raw before the draft was Keith Lee. Everybody else was on SmackDown beforehand. SmackDown Teen actually had more SmackDown people with, King Corn and Otis and, Jey Uso, And I don't know who else was on that team. I don't really care. This was disappointing, to say the least. So, we started with the Battle Royal, and of course, WWE gotta pull some kind of bullshit shenanigans in this match. The winner of this match, unofficially, is Dominic Mysterio. Because they done, either it was a botch or something, but they done screwed up on their thing. Or something. Something happened here that doesn't work for me. Alright? So, it was Dominic was going off against The Miz. Going to thing. And Miz went over the top rope, but he didn't land outside the ring. He rolled partway back in the ring and then got knocked back out. And I was like, okay, so now it's down to Dominic and Chad Gable, the last time one in the ring. But the goddamn announcers, Miz is eliminated. He didn't go over the top rope. Yes, he did. And then he came back in and he was never eliminated. He never went over the top rope. Yes, he did. But then later in the night, they corrected themselves. Miz went over the top rope, but then rolled back in. That still doesn't count. He went over the top rope, then was hit with a baseball slide. He was eliminated. Alright, that's absolute bullshit. And all because Raw has to win at Survivor Series every fucking year. Because look at this. The score is 4-3 in total for Raw. And if it wasn't for the Battle Royal, but then again, a couple years ago, pre-shows didn't matter. So technically it's a tie, right? The Battle Royal was fucking stupid. They didn't have certain superstars like no Lars Sullivan, no Daniel Bryan, and no Big E, even though Big E was there. He was there. He came out with the New Day. Then he disappeared. But he was still there. I don't know. Also, the Gobbledygooker won the 24/7 championship and then lost it to Tozawa later on that night. For all, who cares? So, then we have the men's Survivor Series match, which I don't know why they started off with that, but... And this was another bullshit match. Not one. Okay. WWE needs to learn how to do storytelling because they don't know how to fucking do it. Okay? The whole story with the Raw men's team is that they could not get along. Yet, as soon as this match started, they were all on the same fucking table. It made no sense. No fucking sense. Okay? You cannot do a story where they don't get along and have no kind of dissension between them during the match. It makes no fucking sense. And not one of them gets eliminated. Bullshit. Learn how to tell a fucking story or don't try telling the story at all. So we got the tag teams, the New Day versus the Street Profits. My boys, the Street Profits, won. Right team won. But, I don't know. It just, to me, too little too late. That they finally had the right team won. In my opinion, SmackDown, because the last few years, Raw has won clean sweep. The last couple of years. SmackDown deserved a clean sweep tonight. And, they also had, not only did they have Raw on the front of their shirts, but on the back, they had the USA Network for Raw, and then SmackDown had Fox, representing not only their brand, but they're networks. How does Fox feel when they were told, oh no, Raw has to win, so you're going to lose anyway? You know, how do they feel? Anyway, Street Profits won, so yeah, that was cool. And then they hugged because they're both face. Then Bobby Lashley beat Sami Zayn. Why? Why did Lashley didn't need to lose that match? Didn't need to win that match. You could have had Sami Zayn do something creative, like a count out or something, and have him win. If you didn't want to have a pinfall victory over Lashley. But no, you had him, the Hurt Lock or whatever it's called. Sami Zayn is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen, but he never gets to do anything because they decide to use him as a jobber all the time. And why you give him the Intercontinental Championship, we're not going to do anything with him. I'm just saying. Also, Cesaro's another name that should have been in that Battle Royal. But Shinsuke Nakamura was in there. I'm just saying. Then we got Sasha Banks beating Asuka. I think this was actually the best match of the night. I really enjoyed this match. Going back and forth. And Sasha got a clean victory. And no Carmella attack, which was kind of weird. Because I was sure Sasha was going to lose because, or maybe, I thought either she was going to lose because of a distraction by Carmella or she was going to win by disqualification. So Asuka doesn't look bad. But she won clean. She won. So that's cool. And then we have I didn't write that part down. Hold on. I believe next was yes, we had the women's match, which was, the Raw Women's team and SmackDown Women's team. And this is another bullshit match. I don't want to say bullshit. The ending was stupid. So it got down, they were eliminating people left and right because, hey, I don't know. Like, they got rid of Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, so they couldn't do we're not getting along storyline. But they had Lana stand on the ring steps the entire time, which ended up in their favor, but, so it was down to, Bianca Belair and then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler were the active wrestlers, and Lana was standing there, and Shayna gets eliminated by Bianca Belair. And then they do this thing where Nia Jax and Bianca Belair are outside the ring, and they both get counted out, so Lana is technically the winner. Now that's incredibly stupid. You should have actually had her win. This whole story with Lana was that she wanted to prove that she could, win the big match. That she could get in there and she could do it for the team. And you have her win by a count out. What should have happened is that Bianca Belair gets in with 1 second left and Nia Jax gets counted out. Then you have Bianca Belair be distracted by taunting Nia Jax. She gets rolled up by Lana. 1, 2, 3. And that's how you do it. Because that makes her proof, sort of, that she could do it, right? That she could stand up to it. And you can have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler gloat that they had a part to do with it because they wouldn't let her in the ring. So if it wasn't for us not letting you in the ring, you wouldn't have had that chance. They could do that, but no, we went the stupid route. Then we had the big dog, the head of the table, the tribal chief of Roman Reigns, versus Drew McIntyre, Daddy Drew. And this match was, okay, let me be honest here. I fell asleep. I don't stop. Okay, so I'm sitting there watching this. I'm getting kind of tired. I want to dim it. So I turned off the lights, except for the bedroom light, this light here. And so I'm watching the show, and I can hear them still, talking, but I'm dozing off, and I'm, and stuff. And the ending, though, I did catch. I caught the end of the match. From what I could hear, they were going back and forth on this. Like, Drew wouldn't stay down from spears, and, and Roman was like, you stay down, or whatever, and they speared through the barricade, and they, and all that stuff. And then, I believe yeah, Drew McIntyre went for the Claymore, and it hit Roman Reigns into the referee, knocked him out. And so then, because the referee was out, here comes Jey Uso, who I guess was told to leave. They did this thing earlier where he lost and Roman was yelling at him, and then Jimmy Uso showed up and says, "Come on, they go. Come on, let's go." And Roman's like, "No, you stay. You can go." You know? But, yeah. Jimmy Uso came out. He helped Roman Reigns win. So it's not a clean victory, but he's a heel, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, Roman wins. And no Miz cash in. Despite the fact that the Miz won earlier tonight, he did. Look, they'll have the Miz go out and try to cash in at a random moment. But when this would actually be a perfect moment to do it, and you had a great way that you could have him do a promo. He wins the title, right? And then the next segment's The Undertaker. And you can have him come out tomorrow and say, "I won the WWE Championship. I cashed in. I won the WWE Championship, but I was overshadowed by The Undertaker." Something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's disrespectful. I don't know. Speaking of The Undertaker, this was stupid. This was more stupid than the finish to the women's match. And let me tell you why. So, you had I understand there's COVID, I understand, but you had all these legends come out, Big Show, and Ric Flair, and Kevin Nash, and the Godwins, and the Godfather, and Savio Vega, and all these, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Shane McMahon, they all come out to celebrate The Undertaker. We go to a promo package, and we come back, and it's just Vince McMahon in the ring, and he talks about The Undertaker, and then they make The Undertaker do his entrance, his 45-minute fucking entrance, and he make him do his entrance. And the lights, and the special effects, and the music, and everything. Just let this man come out, say thank you, and then walk away. They did this cool thing where he does his little thing, and they did a little mirage thing of Paul Bearer, or whatever it is, the hologram thing of Paul Bearer. That was pretty cool. You went, "Oh, yeah." But this is just stupid. Okay? Because you got piped in. The stupid part was you got the piped in Undertaker, thank you, Taker. And it's not, no one's saying it. It's stupid. And just because the lights are down, you can't see the people not saying it, doesn't mean it's real. It's absolutely stupid. Other than that, it was fine. Pay-per-view was fine. Honor The Undertaker. All the respect in the world to The Undertaker, by the way. But, maybe next year, stop doing the Raw vs. SmackDown stuff and give us championship matches like we should. Other than that, it's fine. Nothing to call home about. So what are your thoughts on Survivor Series 2020? In the comments below, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.